Doja Cat has evolved from a bubbly.
Alright, the horrifying transformation of Doja Cat. Let's see it, man.
Doja Cat has evolved from a bubbly pink pop princess to an edgy, dark, and honestly confusing artist. Now, celebrities as famous as Doja Cat are held to
I
standards
only
that
fake laugh at my mom's jokes because I don't want to hurt her feelings.
are near impossible to meet.
That's a valid reason
But
to
what
fake
happens
laugh.
when a celebrity just gives up, disregards all societal standards, and starts acting in a way where you have no idea if what you are looking at is real or fake? We have to acknowledge from the beginning that everything in Doja Cat's career could be one orchestrated marketing stunt, or we could actually be witnessing someone descending into madness. Doja Cat's superpower is that she knows the internet very well. She knows what type of humor the internet will gravitate to. She knows what will cause controversy, and she has continuously exploited that throughout her career. She obtained this knowledge by being essentially raised by the internet. I definitely didn't like to leave my room. I don't know if I was agoraphobic, but I definitely thought that I was at the time. It was very, very hard for me to go outside. According to Doja, she would skip school for days at a time, spending endless hours in various online chat rooms. She claims that she was often a victim of online bullying, but this allowed her to develop a thick skin and join in on the fun through her own offensive rhetoric.
She was in some
I became
weird,
the
she was in
person
some
who would
weird
often make
areas of the
offensive
internet.
jokes and do things sort of out of the box. From the slapstick comedy of E-Bomb's world to the hyperconnectivity of MySpace, as well as the edgy, politically incorrect depths of 4chan, Doja developed a fascination with internet culture. But this time in her life would later come back to haunt her. I was very into finding underground artists that rapped. It was maybe around 11th grade that I figured that this is what I really wanted to do. Performing in music was all I ever cared about. She eventually dropped out of school at 16 and spent all of her free time making music and sharing it online. Her track So High was uploaded November of 2012, which would have
Originally my vitiligo was on my face and my hands, now it's everywhere.
eventually change her life. The only time Doja would leave her house was to network with other musicians in the underground LA scene. VerbiS, a rapper, promoter, and radio host in LA, helped book Doja's first ever show at an event he founded dubbed the Banana
Coda Blonded. Appreciate the follow.
Showcase.
Be like, Your Highness, why you always buying that fly? Why you gotta check them tyrants? And why you shut it down like hydrants?
Although most of you know Doja as a pop star, she was initially trying to be a rapper. When they were developing her, I was like a live performance coach and rap
Welcome to the
coach,
shrink, Coda.
VerbiS recalled. I would play
Ain't that
her
the name of a anime character?
hella hip-hop videos and we'd freestyle. She was phenomenal. She didn't really need me, but I just happened to be there. Yeti Beats was a producer that heard So High and was blown away. He connected Doja with industry executives, resulting in Doja signing with Kimosabe Records, an imprint of RCA Records founded by record producer and songwriter Dr. Luke while she was just 17 years old. His deal also came with a temporary artist management partnership with Roc Nation. Through Kimosabe, Doja released her debut EP, Her, with the track So High being re-released as her solo commercial debut single. It seemed like Doja was about to explode into the mainstream, but signing with Dr. Luke was a mistake she could have never foreseen. In 2014, Dr. Luke gained widespread media attention after Kesha filed a lawsuit against him. She accused Dr. Luke of sexual, physical, and emotional abuse over the course of several years,
Well, this thing is
starting
cooked.
when she was 18.
Get his ass out of
She
here.
also claimed that Dr. Luke was intentionally sabotaging her career. Kesha also sought to be released from her recording contract with Kimosabe Records. This case was huge news, with hashtag Free Kesha becoming a movement on social media. Coincidentally, Doja Cat's career came to a screeching halt as soon as Kesha's lawsuit was filed. Rapper Wale wanted to take Doja on his 30-city Simply Nothing tour across the USA, giving her some much-needed exposure to a mainstream audience, but she had to pull out because she didn't have the support of her label. Now, Doja never made any allegations against Dr. Luke, but is it a stretch to assume that Dr. Luke was more focused on fighting this lawsuit than helping his new signee with her career? Because Doja took a 3.5-year break from releasing music. In the music industry, they call this being shelved, which is when a label signs you, holds you in a contract, but doesn't do anything to help your career, metaphorically putting you on a shelf to collect dust. She kept money rolling in by doing whatever live performances possible, like doing a mini tour with the Philius London in 2015, as well as a short tour with Lizzo in 2017. Doja even turned down a feature on Billie Eilish's 2017 hit single, Bellyache. Fans would see Doja often on Periscope Live cooking up songs in her bedroom, but she had no intentions on releasing them until 2018. Her comeback in 2018 involved her ditching the rapper career path and aesthetic. She instead followed the typical pop star formula of selling sex through music. She debuted tracks like Roll With Us, Go to Town, and Candy, along with her 13-track album, Amala. But a lot of these songs fell on deaf ears. Kimosabe Records didn't do any marketing for her, didn't get her interviews.
Bro, the Bitch I'm a Cow is the first song that I heard about her, so I don't...
nor were they putting her on major festivals. She was watching her career fly by and reached a moment where she had nothing left to lose. One night on an Instagram Live with her core group of 60 fans watching, she made a masterpiece meme that would change her life. Producer Troy Noka sent her a sample of Wes Montgomery's Polka Dots and Moonbeams, asking her to make a beat for his album. At the time, she'd just received a cow costume in the mail. Doja hopped on Instagram Live and began writing Moo with her fans. 6 hours later, Doja and her fans wrote a song about her being a cow. But the silly song needed a silly music video. I opened up Photo Booth on my laptop and used the green screen feature with a green sheet that I hadn't used since I was 12, that was buried in the depths of my closet. I tacked it to a wall with a hammer, right over my mirror, and used some LED Christmas lights to light everything. The crappy lighting and terrible quality green screen, combined with a song that is intentionally bad, was the perfect thing to release in summer of 2018. When we were at the peak of the Lil Pump, Bad Baby, Lil Xan, Boonk Gang, Woah Vicky, Supreme Patty, Lil Tay Instagram clout wave. Doja Cat's Moo music video fit right in this universe because people thought she was just a new quirky YouTuber who had a green screen and got bored. The music video for Moo garnered over 5 million views in 2 weeks and went extremely viral on every social media platform. But when people looked deeper, they realized she was an extremely talented pop artist with a record deal who had an entire album she just released a few months ago. Most people who go viral.
Damn, imagine finding her like that, like, bro, niggas gonna be like, yo, I just have this some new underground shit.
On it. But first, she had to make some
Nightbot, you going stupid with the messages. Goddamn, shut the fuck up.
Some of her old tweets resurfaced of her using the F slur, to which she immediately responded by admitting she has used the word over 15,000 times in her life, then saying, "I don't think I hate gay people. Gay is okay." Obviously, this didn't go over well, and she issued a more formal apology the next day. This had no impact on her career and momentum, but it would not be the last time she would have to apologize for her past. Now that she went viral on her own, her label decided to support her. She embarked on a 23-city tour 1 month later, and was finally getting interviews from Billboard, Genius, and Vlad TV. She rolled out a big single alongside Rico Nasty called Tia Tamara.
Sometimes I get bored and say cock and ball tortured in random chats, but you're spared. I'm not gonna lie, gang. I think you spelled spared wrong that second time. Ain't spared with one R? Yeah, I think it's with one R, gang. No I. Your name sound actually very familiar though. You wouldn't be the first person to say some nut shit coming in the chat, but I respect it, man. That's a consistent job, you know. I don't really know the rationale for cock and ball torture, not for its existence, because there's some freak ass niggas out there, yes, but for saying it in niggas chats.
But welcome. Maintained a lighthearted and fun.
Sound familiar? No, yeah. I'm like, yo, like I don't know, something about that message and you saying that, it almost feels like there was somebody in my chat with a name similar to yours that said that shit. I don't remember who it was though.
Her music. Doja understood that fans loved the satire and goofiness of Moo, but she ultimately wanted to be taken seriously as a musician. A lot of artists that blow up off memes have a hard time being taken seriously, but the music industry was craving more female talent.
You haven't done this shit before?
To fill that niche. Her debut single,
having some crazy deja vu,
Tyga, debuted at number 83 on the Hot 100, her first entry on the charts. It would eventually peak at number 43 due to various TikTok trends associated with the track. Her second studio album, Hot Pink, was an overtly girly, bubbly, sexy record that complemented her fun energy while still remaining professional. Say So wasn't rolled out as a single but sparked a dance trend on TikTok. All the biggest influencers like Charli D'Amelio and James Charles helped skyrocket this song. The popularity prompted a remix featuring Nicki Minaj.
They was spamming that bitch.
She tweeted, "If Say So hits number 1, I'll show you guys my boobs really hard." This tweet made headlines, some making fun of her desperation to go number 1, but then it worked. Say So peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and achieved a Guinness World Record for the first female rap duo to reach number 1 on the US singles chart.
I just realized I have to show my boobs real hard. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I did play you. I'm not showing my boobs real hard, man. You got fucking played.
People online were furious that she broke her promise. She's messing with the simps. Trust me, the simps will overpower her and eventually expose something bad about her. This commenter couldn't have been more right. A few days later, a Twitter user resurfaced an old video of Doja in what they claimed was an alt-right chat.
What the fuck does that mean? I don't know what she means showing boobs real hard, but I definitely think she's just talking about Yeah, I've been on this planet for a long time. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that, but I think she just meant like, just, you know what I mean? The whole, you know what I mean? No cover up.
Chat room. On a website called TinyChat, Doja is seen wiggling and writhing while making sexual noises and advances towards other people in the chat before dropping the hard R.
Her shirt reminds me of a baby duck.
Not only was she acting really strange, but the other people on the call were using blatantly racist rhetoric. This was Doja's response.
In this video, I'm being completely f***ing blackout drunk and completely f***ing dumb.
In regards to people being racist in the chat room, this was her response.
You know what I do understand is that there is racism that happens across TinyChat, and there is racism that happens across Instagram. There's racism that happens across Twitter. This happens everywhere. It just happens more on TinyChat because it's not as monitored. When you see racist on TinyChat, it's because people aren't paying attention. I've seen it, and I know that I've been targeted by it, but the narrative that it's a
Her shirt says hentai. I was trying my best trying to read this shit. I was like, and then once I got to, I was like, oh shit, I know what it means.
white supremacist chat is completely incorrect.
But it didn't stop there. Fans also discovered a 2015 song Doja recorded called Din Do Nuffin. Din Do Nuffin is a racist term that originated on pol, which is an abbreviation for politically incorrect, an anonymous
Kinda
board
fucked up,
on
man.
4chan dedicated to current events and political discussion. This board has a reputation as a breeding ground for fringe beliefs.
Heathen, boy, no. That do not say no damn heathen. Yes, 942. Well, that says hentai. HENTAI.
For discussionally grotesque takes. The term "din do nuffin" is derived from the phrase "didn't do nothing." A
Shit, I
plea of
can't read.
innocence
Hey, man, it
often
happens,
used
man.
in reference to unarmed black men killed by police. The term was used to mock and criticize the black community during the Black Lives Matter protests.
That's crazy.
Hashtags like Doja Cat is over party and only clans began trending on Twitter. People believe that the chat room video and controversial song indicated a pattern of Doja's racist behavior. Not long after these conversations started, Doja issued a formal apology in which she acknowledged her involvement in the chat rooms, but also debunked the narrative that she's anti-black. She also jumped on an Instagram Live for 30 minutes where she gave a concise explanation.
When I used it, it was because I was in chat rooms all the time, and I was kind of locked away, and I was always on there just dealing with people coming at me left and right, talking about different slanderous terms after another. The term that I used in the song is one that I learned that day. So people were calling me it left and right, and I used it in a song. And it was to kind of take back and just say f*** you to those people.
But again, this would not be the last time Doja's internet past would come back to haunt her. Fortunately for Doja, her ever-growing list of accomplishments shined bright over any controversy she endured. Although her Hot Pink tour was postponed, she performed at the 2020 MTV Music Awards where she won the award for Best New Artist. Following performances on both The Tonight Show and
What
Jimmy
up,
Kimmel
man?
Live,
I really
her
had
feature on
nothing
the
to say. I'm
album
not gonna lie. I just
track
been
Motive from
digest the
Ariana
video.
Grande's 2020 album Positions peaked at number 32 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, becoming both her highest debut and second ever top 40 entry. Later that year, Doja performed at the 2020 MTV Europe Music Awards, where she won the award for Best New Act. She went on to win the New Artist of 2020 and New Artist of the Year at the 46th People's Choice Awards and the 2020 American Music Awards, respectively. Billboard ranked Doja Cat number 5
getting
on
all
both
that
the
shit.
Top New Artist of 2020 and Top Female Artist of
Oh
2020
my God,
charts.
Roddy
She
Ricch
ranked
being
at
the
top
top
Rolling
new
Stones
artist is
list
crazy,
of the 10
bro.
biggest breakthrough artists of 2020, following a 300% increase in her on-demand audio streams in the US. Forbes also named Doja one of the top breakout stars of 2020, while including her on the annual 30 Under 30 list. She was also nominated for
Brent
3
Fires
different
right
awards
there.
at the 63rd Annual Grammys. In 2021,
I don't
she
get how
continued
niggas
to
can just talk
absolutely
about a singer
dominate.
drama.
She toned down the bright, colorful costumes and
Hey, man.
pink-dyed hair for a muted, mature aesthetic. She released several hits, including Best Friend featuring Saweetie, 34 plus
Drama
35
Sells.
with
There
Megan
we
Thee
go.
Stallion and
I
Ariana Grande,
drew a
as well
fucking
as
blank, but
Streets,
that's what I
all
meant
of
to
which
say. Drama
peaked within
Sells,
the
man.
top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100
Niggas love see
chart.
violence.
In the spring of 2021, Doja released Kiss Me More featuring SZA. This collaboration reached top 5 in 18 different countries. series, received critical acclaim, and captured Doja her first Grammy for Best Pop Duo/Group Performance. But with all the success, she claims she didn't enjoy it.
I don't have any new music. Like, just have fun.
All right,
And,
man.
like, just jam.
Take care.
And, like, make
Nice for you to drop by. Hope
Like,
you
I
have a good
haven't
day
done
and
that
Happy New Year,
in
man.
Maybe 5 years, feels like. Yeah, I made my album, put it out, but that's like a requirement. Like, I have to make that. Like, I had to make that album.
It's easy to understand musicians can experience burnout due to demanding schedules, late-night performances, long rehearsals, frequent travel, repetitive interviews. There is an intense pressure to consistently deliver high-quality performances, whether in live settings or in
Unless
studio.
you like Cardi,
Her
this
saying
nigga don't
she
gotta
had
do
to make
none
her
of that.
album
That
led
nigga
people to believe
got so
there
many
was
dick
drama
riders
with
now.
her and Dr. Luke. Maybe she felt a lack of control over her career. Her saying that she hasn't made music for fun led people to believe her label wanted her to make formulaic pop music so they can bring in millions. This pressure, combined with the endless amount of scrutiny and negativity online, having to constantly apologize for wrongdoings, likely made Doja feel like this whole music industry is smoke and mirrors. Her potential descent into madness was beginning. Are you drinking water? In March of 2020, Doja traveled to Paraguay for their annual Asunciónico festival, which was
I ain't got that
canceled
much,
upon arrival
but I'll
due
do
to
it,
severe
man.
weather conditions which included flooding and thunderstorms. Doja's hotel location was leaked and fans, eager to see their favorite musician, piled up outside the hotel hoping for her to come out. Eventually, fans grew frustrated when Doja failed to acknowledge them, both in person and on social media. While fans aren't entitled to Doja's time outside of when she's scheduled to perform, her seemingly self-absorbed tweets the following day caused a justified uproar on social media. The next day, Doja checked out of her hotel and tweeted, "There was a storm in Paraguay, the show got canceled. When I left the next morning, there wasn't one person outside the hotel waiting for me." After a flurry of backlash, she said, "I don't give a," followed by, "This ain't for me, so I'm out. Y'all take care," before changing her Twitter name to I Quit. Her reaction to this situation that was totally out of her control either proves 1, she is legitimately sick and tired of the pressure of this industry, or 2, she is just a snobby, childish brat ungrateful for her career. Doja's response to criticism has always been the same since day one. She would initially respond sarcastically, and when that response garnered more criticism, she'd finally take the situation seriously and issue a formal apology.
So you gotta start taking shit serious, bro. Everything ain't no fucking joke.
Since her genuine feelings toward the topic were always displayed during those initial responses, which brings us to our next controversy where she made a huge deal out of nothing. Doja DM'd Noah Schnapp, the 17-year-old star of Stranger Things, to get the attention of Joseph Quinn, another cast member who she had been lusting over on Twitter. Noah posted the DMs thinking it was a silly joke, only for Doja to get really angry about it.
That Noah did that, like went and posted a private conversation between me and him, is
She a milkwoman.
so unbelievably like socially unaware and whack. You know what I mean? Like, that's like borderline snake. That's like weasel. That's what I'm saying. It's not that deep. It's just that he's like a very dumb kid.
Doja assumed people would automatically take her side since Noah exposed their private messages. However, many people saw it as her trashing an innocent 17-year-old. What she said in the DMs was already public
innocent,
knowledge,
alright.
and when
Niggas hate
Twitter
him now.
users told her that she was overreacting to this small conflict, she played the victim and responded in an insincere, sarcastic tone. "Y'all are so cringe and lame and nobody wants to hang with you. That's why y'all be on here unironically writing replies to that makes you mad." Doja is clearly fed up with the negativity that comes with fame. Whether her controversies are self-inflicted or not, she was done with the expectations, done with petty drama, done with apologies, done trying to appease anyone but herself, and now it was her turn to
Crash out
control
season.
the narrative.
Crash
She
out mode.
started by shaving her head bald. Then she went on Instagram
Baldy?
Live and shaved her eyebrows. During the live, she
She went
said, "I feel like I
spiritual
was never
soul in
supposed to
this
have
bitch."
hair anyway." Whenever female celebrities randomly shave their head, people quickly assume that they have gone crazy, especially after the world witnessed Britney Spears infamously shave her head while having a mental breakdown in 2007. But when she attended Paris Fashion Week, people second-guessed her intentions. Doja collaborated with makeup artist Pat McGrath to create a strapless red dress while she was covered head to toe in 30,000 crimson red crystals. The look took almost 5 hours to complete, and while some people shrugged it off as just another crazy fashion choice for the sake of shock value, others made
Imagine your
Illuminati
skin getting
conspiracy
itchy under that.
theories
Hell no,
she was
can't do it.
imitating Lucifer, and this was nothing more than symbolism for the demonic realities of the entertainment industry. You could even say Doja's fashion antics are similar to the many stunts Lady Gaga pulled back in the early 2000s. Then again, they said that Gaga was in the Illuminati as well. Little did we know, putting
enough.
together a creative or potentially shocking ensemble for Fashion Week became one of the least bizarre things Doja does. Doja announced that she planned on returning to her rap roots for her upcoming 4th studio album. She wanted to diverge from the pink and soft things and pop and glittery sounds that defined her career up until now. Her song Attention piqued some interest in the rap world, but fans who'd become accustomed to Doja's pop records were expressing their disappointment on social media, leading to Doja tweeting, "My comment section on IG used to only be positivity because I was doing what everyone wanted me to do, and I love that I can see through all the bull now." She clarified that it wasn't anything personal, but was discontent cranking out digestible pop hits for children on Twitter to get into fights about. She tweeted, "Planet Her and Hot Pink were cash grabs, and y'all fell for it. Now I can go disappear somewhere and touch grass with my loved ones on an island while y'all weep for mediocre pop." People were feeling regret
Cooking
for having
ass.
ever supported her music. This
Like,
is the most
she
honest
deep frying
thing
this
Doja
shit,
has ever
boy.
said. Most of the music you love is a highly formulaic, soulless product that is scientifically engineered for you to love it. Look at what it took for
Bro, I
Doja
gotta
to
get a new
blow up,
phone, bro. My
making
shit
the
be hot,
worst
boy.
song possible to get attention.
I
It's
cook
totally
grits on this
believable to
dumbass
think
shit.
Doja just did whatever she could to make some money and be set for life. This is metaphorically what people refer to as selling their soul, but Doja was doing more than metaphors. She showed off a new tattoo of a scaled animal figure crossbred with female attributes. The photo went viral on social media, with many calling Doja's tattoo demonic. One fan expressed their concern, writing, "Used to love you, but you clearly sold your soul to the devil. Unfollow."
She sold her
Doja replied,
soul.
"Whatever helps you sleep at night." She'd post another tattoo, an antelope skull on her wrist. Then she would tattoo a bat skeleton on her back.
Okay, she bugging out. Some of these tattoos trash as fuck.
The allegations regarding her being indoctrinated into the Illuminati or practicing demonic worship only increased as time went on. Her Instagram became filled with cryptic messages and spooky videos to roll out her album. She posted very unflattering photos of herself. Her album was called Scarlet. She posted what people thought was the album cover, which consisted of her drenched in blood with a stripped-down Freemason symbol. She also announced a multi-city tour, which people called a devil worship show. She'd post videos of herself crawling in the shadows, photo shoots where she was drenched in blood, and selfies of blood dripping down her nose. She even posted a selfie wearing a shirt with an image of Sam Hyde, an infamous internet troll/comedian who often incorporates racist or anti-Semitic humor in his bits.
That
The
nigga
image of
look like he
Hyde
stink.
brandishing a rifle on Doja's t-shirt is a common meme on social media following mass shootings. Her song Paint the Town Red was her leaning more into this overtly demonic art style. The song topped the charts in 19 countries. It became Doja's second single and first as a solo artist to top the Billboard Hot 100. Paint the Town Red made history by becoming the first solo female rap song in Spotify history to top the platform's global and US top 50 charts, and the fastest solo female rap song to amass 100 million streams.
Breaking records
Turns
still.
out devil imagery is still an effective marketing strategy. If the signs weren't obvious enough though, Doja began teasing a promotional single titled Demons. In promotional photos uploaded to Instagram, Doja can be seen dressed up as a demon. The music video further cemented Doja's transformation from the quirky girl in a cow suit to something straight out of a horror film. Some people are
I
praising
remember reacting
Doja,
to this.
that she is
I
finally
think I still got
being
that VOD
herself.
save.
She's finally free of all the expectations of the music industry and doesn't have to live up to unattainable beauty standards. Some people think what Doja is doing here is mocking the people who think an artist has to sell their soul to make it into the industry. You have to remember she is an expert internet troll, crawling out from the deepest depths of 4chan. She knows all of this
Yeah, she's
imagery
locked
will cause
in.
controversy.
4chan's crazy.
She knows she will get news coverage and have outraged parents calling for her music and concerts to be banned. She knows there will be conspiracy theories regardless, so she could be ironically presenting herself as a devil worshipper to make people think she has gone insane. Is this an extremely corny and overused art style for artists? Yes. Is it actually an Illuminati psyop? Maybe. Did it work? Not really. Doja's fourth studio album Scarlet debuted at number 4 on the Hot 200, moving 72,000 album equivalent units. In comparison, Planet Her debuted at number 2 and sold 109,000 units. Despite being on track to be the highest selling female pop star in the world, Doja potentially scared her audience away.
Fuck it, man.